Hey guys, 1911 here with my M9130 Mosin Nagant. Shoots a 7.6 2x5.4 Russian. Alright, it's between a 308 and a 30-06. This round right here is a copper jacketed steel core. These are a little bit corrosive. They have mercury in the primer. Alright. When you buy a Mosin Nagant, it costs somewhere between $100 and $140 high end. When you buy them, they typically come with a bayonet, the cleaning kit, and the ammo pouch. Alright, it's all pretty simple. In the cleaning kit, you have your tool, you have the cleaning supplies, well, the oil and the would be like hoppies, and then the rest of the tools. I've never used them. I have a cleaning kit. I've used these before. When I was out in the field, I had to clean it, but don't use them too often. Alright. The piece out of this I use all the time. It's a tool. Use it for everything, basically, besides taking apart the bolt. Alright. Take this apart. Pull the trigger. Make sure it's empty. Make sure it's empty. This will be in the gun. Alright, you pull it back, squeeze the trigger. Pull the bolt the rest of the way out, come right out. Alright. To take the receiver out of the stock, I've already unscrewed this one partly. Alright, you just take the bolt in the back of the receiver, unscrew it. It's not too hard to get out. Alright. And then the locking lug up front. Screw that. Take out this one. Pull this out. The barrel, what you're going to need to do to get the barrel out is squeeze these right here. Alright, and there. The front one is generally easy. The back one is hard to get out. Might just be with my Mosin, but who knows. Top piece of wood will come right off. Get this stuff out of the way. And the barrel will follow. Alright, here's a stock. A lot of people will take the stock and will cut it off right here to sporterize it. This one I'm keeping original. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Put the stock to the side. Alright, there's your receiver, bare. You can take apart the trigger. I don't like to because it's complicated. Well, not really, but I just don't like to. Too much work. Don't need to. Alright, so when you get one of these, it'll be covered in Cosmoline. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to take it apart. You're going to take everything apart. Take this apart right here. It's pretty simple. Just push back on that. Then you squeeze this. It'll come right out. It's just like a little piece of pliers. Alright. You can take parts cleaner, brake cleaning fluid, kerosene. Just drench it in any of those to get the Cosmoline off. Alright? I've already done that. I've wiped them down, gotten all the Cosmoline out. Still, I haven't done the barrel as much as I would hope. Just got to get some more brake cleaner fluid. Just douse it. Alright? That'll get the Cosmoline out. You shouldn't have too many problems. Alright, to take the bolt apart, first thing you're going to do, you're going to point it down towards the table, pull back, and spin to the left. Alright? This will come right off. That comes apart. Then there's people do this a lot of different ways. To take out your firing pin, what I do is just take this, start unscrewing it. Alright, there's going to be a little, gets thicker in there. You see that? Once that starts to come out, I really put the pressure on because that tells you that sooner or later it's going to come popping out. There it is. Spring, firing pin, bolt. It's not that hard to take apart. Alright? Put it back together, screw everything backwards. When you're doing this part, make sure you put it in correctly. Otherwise, you can have some problems. Just make sure it's all the way over as far as it'll go. Put it down on the table. Take your tool, press down. Start spinning. Alright. Alright, now on the back, there will be little notches on the side of this. You want to line those up with the screw mark, alright? With that little line between the firing pin. So what you're going to do is just rotate it back until it's about even. Alright. My Mosin Nagant is Tool made, by the way. Take these, alright. Just slides right on. This right here should be going around this. Oh. You want to make sure this little piece gets into there. See? Alright. Then, once again, you grab the bolt, you pull back, and you twist to the right. That locks everything in place. Alright? I think I want to mention with this is sometimes Mosin Nagants, when you go and you shoot them, even after all the Cosmaline's out, you might have a really tough bolt. This one right here, I had to smack it on a table, on a bench, and it still wasn't doing anything to get it open after about the 50th round. So what I ended up having to do was pull it back and cocking it, and then it would be nice and it would open right up. Alright, let's put it back together. Oh, one thing. When you put your bolt back together after every time, make sure the firing pin's out. Take your tool. You want to be able to slide it through. You see that second one right there? Second little niche? Alright. You want to be able to slide that in there. You want the firing pin to hit that notch. Then you go one more, and you do not want it to hit that one. That tells you that it's set in the right space, alright? See how when you go to this one, hits. Alright? Recock it. Hit the stock. I always like to do the locking lug first. Want to make sure this one is in really nice and tight, because this is what basically holds the rifle together. Alright, nice and tight. Then put this screw in. This one you just want to make snug. I don't ever make it too tight. I don't want it too loose so it doesn't fall out, you know. Now, the special thing about this Mosin Nagant in particular is it's an ex-sniper rifle. Now, I got this for Christmas, and my cousin is the one that picked it up for me. And when he picked it up, uh-oh, I messed up. Alright, like I was saying, when my cousin picked this up for me, he just thought it was a regular old Mosin Nagant. Like he has two. He's pretty proficient with Mosin Nagants. So blah blah blah. After Christmas, he comes over. Me and him are cleaning the Cosmaline out of it, making sure it's all nice and ready to go. And he's looking at the receiver, and he sees these 4 little holes. Right in here. There's one. The other one's right there. Alright? Hopefully you can see that. Well, there's 4 of them in there. And also, has a little D stamp on the receiver. The D stamp would verify that it was an ex-sniper rifle. The fact that it has holes in it that are drilled and tapped, that means it used to have a scope and a scope mount. So this one was used during the war. We just don't know if it killed anybody. Hopefully not, because I don't want to own a gun that killed any of our soldiers in any way, you know. But I went out and shot this, and it's very accurate, even as it is. Now, when these were sighted in at the factory, they would be sighted in with the bayonet on it. So they are a little off when you first get them. So you're going to want to take it, shoot it with the bayonet on and see where it shoots, and then take the bayonet off and adjust it. The way to adjust that is you heat up the front sight right here, and you just tap it with a hammer to wherever you need it to go. And then when these were made, and the soldiers were trained to aim at the enemy's belt buckle, and then the bullet would hit them in the heart. So what would happen is the front sight was cut down a little bit. To correct that, just take some shrink wire and just put it on there, cut it to where it needs to be. Yeah, that's about it. This gun is my pride and joy. It's historical. It's something that many men have used in battle. Can you imagine bringing one of these into battle with a bayonet on it and having to fight for your life? It's got a lot of history to it. I'm going to refinish the stock, make it look nice, keep it original basically though. I'm just going to get all the dents out of it. I'm going to get a scope mount, the originals, and we're going to see how it looks, and once I do that, I'll put another video up about it, alright? Have a nice day, guys. 1911 out.